Hello, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to the wine review. I'm Ryan, the wine guy.
Sean.
We've got Marshmallow as a special guest today. You all know Jerry, and I don't know if you all have ever met Samson. Samson the Spider. So this is Samson the Spider. Tonight we are reviewing a wine from Chile, a Carmenere. It is Anakena Tama, a 2015 Cabernet from Payumo Cachapu Valley. I probably butchered that. Forgive me, people of Chile. I'm trying to read it as if it's written in English. I'm trying to read it how it's spelled. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced differently, but okay. So Carmenere. The philosophy behind our Tama Vineyard Selection range is to show that different terroirs reveal their characteristics of each variety of these exceptional wines. So I forgot to mention, this is a Tama Vineyard Selection. They do make other Tamas. It's just sort of like their line, one of their lines that they do. So they do a Cabernet, and they do a couple others. But make sure you pick up the Carmenere because that's what we're reviewing tonight. This Carmenere stands out for its deep purple, red color, and aromas of plum, black pepper, and tobacco, which meld with earthy, herbaceous notes. Silky and luscious on the palate, it is a silky with a very long finish. That does not make sense. Silky and luscious on the palate, it is a silky with a very long finish. Am I the only one that doesn't think that makes sense?
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Where are we for this one?
See, he's the English guy here, so
Okay. The Cabernet stands out for its deep purple, red color and aromas of plum, black pepper, and tobacco, which meld with an earthly luscious notes. Silky and luscious on the palate, comma. It should be a comma there. It is a silky. It is.
See what I mean? I think they just misprinted. So anyway, silky and luscious on the palate. It is a silky with a very long finish. I think they meant to just say it is silky. I don't think the should be in there. Anyway, it is a silky. Ideal with pastas and cold meats. All right, so you are looking at 14.5% alcohol by volume. It is imported by Accolade Wines out of North America in Hillsburg, California. And again, this is what it looks like. Most of their products look like this. So we're just going to put it down there. We're going to give the wine a look first in the glass. Definitely a red to purplish color. It is.
Say deep burgundy?
I would say deep burgundy because it is not completely opaque. You can barely make out your hand through there. So I would definitely say a deep burgundy color. I like that. You're smart. You're good. You're learning. You're getting better. Okay. So on the nose, yeah, definitely get those herbaceous notes on there. I get like some green pepper, maybe a little bit of tomato. Also get the black pepper. Get a little bit of Definitely get tobacco notes. Maybe a little bit of clove, maybe mint. Some dark plummy notes. A little bit of a deep red cherry.
Did you say there's a grocery store in there?
Yeah, definitely a grocery store in there. I have been trying to. Oh, okay. I know it's been creating that white spot. There's some little glaze or whatever is on there, and it's right here.
Where is it? Right here. Oh yeah.
Oh wait. I think I got it. It's gone. So sit down. We're doing a review. It's gone. It's gone. Oh. Well, no, it's gone because it's turned. It's turned back this way, and oh well, I think it's gone for now. Okay, let's just get back to the review. Okay. Oh wow.
She called George.
Now I am now getting some sort of. I am getting those slight earthy notes in here, almost like I want to say soil in a way, like fresh soil or fresh mulch in a way. I'm sort of getting that on the nose now with these few minutes of just swirling it around. So now we can finally enjoy the sip. I don't know if he's already had a sip.
Not yet.
So let's go ahead and have a sip. It definitely does give you a silky palate. It's really not a harsh wine at all for being 14.5. You definitely do feel a little bit of the alcohol burn, but you really don't necessarily get any robust flavors in there. You do get a little bit of that dark pepper that's in there, that black pepper. But it's not so in your face as some other wines that do present black pepper.
Would you say it's more bitter or sweet?
I think there's a combination of both in there. I mean, it's not a sweet wine by any means. None of the wines I review are really sweet. There is when I say sweet, I mean as far as the palate goes. I think a lot of people get fruity and sweet mixed up, and that's particularly a beginner's mistake. You try a wine, you're like, oh, this is sweet. No, it's just fruity. There's no like huge residual sugar left over. Let's see. We've got.
That's what I was saying.
I'm never good at what's in this wine. I just drink it tipsy LOL. And then she asked it. Okay, that's why you said, is it more bitter than sweet?
I know.
So
I have original thoughts sometimes. I promise you.
So yeah, no, it's definitely. I want to say there is a combination of maybe both in there, but they're definitely more on the bitter side, but still some good fruits to this. There's that plum note that's in there. There's some blackberry notes in here. I guess some dark cherry notes in here. Let's try another sip. That tobacco note that I mentioned on the nose is sort of showcasing a little bit. When I say tobacco, I don't mean like cigarette tobacco. I mean kind of maybe like cigar box tobacco. Have you ever smoked a cigar? Have you ever smelled a cigar? You sort of get that sort of aftertaste that's left, and it's it's really. I mean, if you're a cigar smoker, I occasionally enjoy a nice cigar every once in a while. It just kind of leaves you that sort of not. It's not robust tasting by any means, but it sort of gives you a little bit of. I guess I can go back to that earthy note. Let's say just go back to that earthy note. Like you just picked a vegetable straight from the garden. Like you just out in your garden, you just picked a vegetable out. You don't even wash it. Yeah, you just are like, yeah, I want to eat this right now. Kind of like that. Kind of like when you still got a little bit of that soil in there, but you don't care because you just want your nice fresh vegetable or whatever it is that grows. Kind of get that sort of taste. What food to pair this wine? I am really terrible at wine pairing. Carmenere would definitely, I would say, easily go with a nice steak or something a little bit more richer. Maybe a very hefty pasta. Maybe and maybe not necessarily even a steak. Maybe even something like well, it did say on here cold meat, so maybe some roast beef sandwich that you don't necessarily cook up, but something definitely heavy. You definitely want something heavier with this wine. I mean, being at it's a 14.5% alcohol, which you're typically find with Carmeneres. And strange bit of information about the Carmenere grape. It's originally pretty much known as the lost grape of France, and I believe it's even particularly Bordeaux. Really, there are only like 5 grapes that make up Bordeaux region, which is Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. But at one point, they did put some Carmenere in there. It wasn't a lot, but it was thought to have been a grape that went extinct a long time ago. And there was this grape that started growing and producing in Chile. And they thought it was just some sort of clone of Pinot Noir or Merlot. They thought that's exactly what it was. They thought they were just growing their own. I think it might have been Merlot. I don't quite remember whether it was Pinot Noir or Merlot, but nonetheless, they thought it was that particular grape they were growing there. And little did they know, they did some enhancement and some genetic research on the grape, and they found out, oh wow, no, this is entirely a different grape, and they traced the roots back to the France and the lost grape of Carmenere. But because of where Chile is located, very south, very southern hemisphere, very warm climate that produces rich alcohol content, that produces more of the fruit content that you get in this, that darker fruit, which, by the way, is still lasting. It's still a long finish. You're still getting trace bits of the fruit in there, trace bits of the tobacco on it. So even now, as I had my last sip, I'm still getting a lot of that flavor, which is what I like about wines. I like wines with a long finish. They're not wines that you feel like you have to keep sipping and sipping to keep the flavor in there. You can sip the wine, put it down for a few minutes, go back. You can, if you're going to do a whole bottle, you can, enjoy it over a long period of time instead of just over the course of like an hour and a half. And you're just like,
Can touch that.
oh shoot. The
flavor stays in your mouth for a good long time.
Yeah. So this is good. I think being, and this is a 2015, so keep that in mind we're in 2018 now. It's 3 years. This is maybe only my third Carmenere I've actually ever reviewed, and I put this on my Facebook profile. It might even be my first or second. I don't know how many Carmeneres I've done. It's like I said, it's not a very widely known wine. It's not a very popular wine. It's not something people usually go to the store for. So I'm going to give my review. I'm going to try. I want to try not to be biased because I think it is a good wine, but I do want to say what I think might be the problem with it, and I don't know if that's just because this is how Carmeneres are supposed to be, but one thing that I am now getting after it's been opened up, we've been doing this for about 16 minutes. I am sort of getting a mild sulfite, mild sulfur smell in this, and it's not like a horrible sulfur smell, but it is sort of something I'm now picking up, and I'm not sure whether that's just because it's been opened up and that's how it's supposed to be. I imagine maybe, I know other Carmeneres I've had sort of, after it's been opened up, it sort of progresses into this long, or this different, I don't want to say the word stinky, but this very distinct, different aroma. So it's still really good. It's not horrible. It's like a good sulfur smell. Like if you, okay, I'm getting to wine more. I'm looking for a good red wine. I want to try this one. Where could I find this wine? Well, so all the wines I review, I get at my work, which is Petite Cellars, but we have a portfolio that almost is extensively to Total Wine. So if there's a Total Wine near you, they more than likely should have this particular wine, especially this brand of wine. If not this particular wine, but I'm pretty sure they do, because that's how we like to market. Almost 70% of our sales are sort of copied from Total's profile. So if there's a Total Wine near you, or if there's like a larger grocery store, or maybe not even grocery store, but if there's a larger liquor store, a more extensive liquor store, then I would say you should easily be able to find it there. Or you could easily search it up too, Anakena Tama Carmenere, and see what stores in the area might have it. Anyway, so with this, time to give my final review. And again, I'm trying to do this in a non-biased manner, being that I'm not quite familiar with this particular grape, but in a manner that I feel temporarily should have that deduction of that sulfur added component that I'm getting. And like I said, that could easily just be how the grape is supposed to be. It's quite different grape. I guess, as I mentioned, it's not something a lot of people really know about. It's not something a lot of people get thrilled about. And I think once you try it, you'll understand why. It is quite different than Cabs, Merlots, Malbecs. It's quite different. So with that, I am going to give this a solid 4 out of 5. I would have given it a 4.5. I just think that I need to know a little bit more, and I may go back and review this one later once I get to know more, and do another review from there once I fully get myself more knowledgeable with this grape. But for now, I am going to give this 4 to 5. Great wine. I don't know enough about it to give it less or more. Sean?
Okay, 4 out of 5. Sure, that works.
And these guys, okay, we're all on board. We're all on board with 4 to 5. Well, anyway, thank you for joining us on this really pretty much new adventure of a wine that we both have tried. Him for the first time, me for like the second or third, and some of you all might know a little bit more about this grape. And if you do, please feel free to mention something in the I was going to say comics in the comments. So because I would like to know more. It's like I said, it's pretty much new to me. I'm more of a cab guy, but hey, we've all got to venture out somewhere. Anyway, thank you for joining us on a wine review. I'm Ryan, the wine guy.
Sean.
And we will see you later. Have a good night. Cheers.